Okay. Good morning. Move this out of the way so you don't hear my breathing. Okay, good morning, everyone. And in your prayer book, turn to page 1, and we'll begin. All Mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and all-knowingness, may they experience happiness and be separated from suffering. I will quickly establish them in the state of the most perfect and precious Buddhahood. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. All sentient beings, limitless as the sky, take refuge in the glorious, kind Lama Vajradhara, the embodiment of the body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities of the Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times, source of the 84,000 categories of the teaching and Lord of the Sanghas. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Edams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path.
Chanjo sembe la ba la te da rim shi ne ba da te jen lo la ben dong de chanjo sem ne je je shen te jen de ne la ba la rim ba yen de la ba la je.
In the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings.
Sanje jodan zoje jonang la janjo bada dane jausen je da ge jian so jian be so nam jian do la pen je san jian do ba shu.
May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness which is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Refuge of all sentient beings without exception, divine subjugator of terrifying Maras together with their hosts of demons, the one who understands all reality without exception exactly as they are, transcendent conqueror together with your disciples, please come here to this place. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the supreme mountain, the 4 continents, and the sun and moon. As a Buddha field I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha fields. Whatever merit I've gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate.
Sangha Shin La Me Te Guwa Yin Druga Nam Da Shen Du Ju Pa Shu Chang Tsa Wa Dai Ju Jin Xiao Pa Dai Ye Zhe Ye Ra Gu Shin Zu Wa Ye Ge Wa Chung Ze Da Ge Je Za
Okay, now skip to page 11. Namo, to the Lama of utterly pure appearance and existence, I offer the fundamental ground of appearance and existence. I supplicate you to thoroughly liberate the 3 realms. Please grant your blessings and overturn the depths of samsara. Sublime Master, wish-fulfilling jewel, crown ornament, the inconceivable, inexpressible mind of the victorious ones, the one endowed with the 5 wisdoms of omniscience. Gracious one, the embodiment of love, precious protector of beings, I supplicate you from within the essence of mind. Please grant your blessings from within the innate nature. Please bless me that I may realize the Dharmakaya that is beyond intellect, this primordially unborn, completely pure mind. Transcendent conqueror of the one thus gone, foe destroyer of afflictive emotions, completely perfected Buddha, endowed with logic and virtue, the one gone to bliss, knower of the world, captain, tamer of beings, the unexcelled teacher of gods and men, I respectfully prostrate, completely touching my head to the stainless feet of the unequaled Shakya king. At the time of your birth, leader of 2-legged beings, taking 7 steps on this great earth you proclaimed, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise even then, I prostrate. Possessing a body of complete purity, your sublime form is excellent. An ocean of primordial wisdom, you are like a golden mountain. The one whose renown is evident throughout the 3 worlds, protector of supreme attainment, to you I prostrate. To you who are endowed with the supreme marks, whose face is like an immaculate moon, to you, the one with a complexion like gold, I prostrate. A flawless one such as you among the 3 levels of existence is most exquisite. Unparalleled omniscient one, to you I prostrate. Supreme among humans, captain of those to be tamed, the one thus gone who severs the all-binding fetters, who with senses pacified is utterly pacified and skilled in peace. To that one, the one who dwelled at Shravasti, I prostrate. Refuge endowed with great compassion, totally omniscient one who indicates the way, ground bases for oceans of meriting qualities, I prostrate to the one thus gone, the pure cause free from attachments, the virtue that liberates from the lower realms, the altogether supreme ultimate truth. To the pacifying Dharma I prostrate. Having been liberated, they also reveal the path to liberation. Thoroughly respectful of the 3 higher trainings, they are a field of sublime qualities. To the Sangha, I also prostrate. Okay, and then turn back to page 9.
Namo Nangse Namdai Te Lama La Nangse Yeshen Sun Juban Bu Angam So Yongdo De Zorwan De Kurwa Tongzhu Sui Jinji Lo Ye Ye Nurwe Tsoge Jan Masai Jume Jawe To Jembe Yeshe Ngatan Zebe Danye Gade Jan Androwa Junze Rimpo She Daksem Nye Jemane Sorwande Juni Jemande Jinje Lo Samdone Jemye Nandande Londe Chuga Toba Jinje Lo John Dende Dijen Yeba Chajomba Yantaba Zobe Sangye Riba Daya Demba Deva Yeba Jiden Jemba Aniba Duwa Kalo Jurwa Lada Dongba Nyame Shai Ji Jarboy Shaje Du Chema Me Bala Ango Rada Dode Kue Changza Loi Kanze Kanye Zoy Chodamze Sajan De La Komba Duwane Ngane Jigan De Nan Choje Zong Dedan Keba Chila Changza Lo Nanda Kunga Chodo Suzang Janzo Zerje Lumbo Dawa Jidan Soma Langewa Ngumbo Chunye Jela Changza Lo Tenjoy Demba Jime Dawe Samdo Dawa Chela Changza Lo Duje Chude Saba Somanzi Nyame Jen Jela Changza Lo Menjoy Duwa Kalo Jurze Jen Gunjora Jinwa Junze Deshin Ngombo Jadon Ye Yelake Nyo Chopa Dela Changzalo Ngombo Tuje Chedemba Tamche Genpa Tomba Bo Sona Yonten Janzo Jen Deshe Shela Changsa Lo Tabe Doja Jawe Jo Gewe Yanson Le Lo Shen Jeka Dondon Chojoro Wa Nake Joro Chola Changsa Lo Tone Tove Lam Yang Dong La Ba Da La Rab De Ku Shinge Domba Yondenje Again the Lion Changsalu. Okay, and then skip to page 15. I prostrate to the youthful Manjusri, to those in the worlds of the 10 directions, however many there are, all the lions among humans who appear during the 3 times, to all of them without exception, I pay homage with respectful body, speech, and mind. The force of my aspiration prayer for excellent conduct brings all the victorious ones directly to mind. Bowing down with bodies as numerous as atoms in the realms, I prostrate to all the victorious ones. In a single atom, there are Buddhas as numerous as atoms. each residing in the midst of their sons and daughters. Like that, I imagine the whole Dharmadhatu completely filled with victorious ones. To those with oceans of inexhaustible, praiseworthy qualities, with sounds containing oceans of tones of melodic speech, I express the qualities of all the victorious ones. I praise all the Sugatas. With the finest flowers, the finest garlands, music, ointments, supreme parasols, supreme lamps, and the finest incense, I make offerings to the victorious ones. With the finest cloths, supreme scents, and fine powders equal to Mount Meru, all displayed in supreme and magnificent ways, I make offerings to those victorious ones. With vast and unsurpassable offerings, I venerate all the victorious ones. Through the power of faith and excellent conduct, I prostrate and offer to the victorious ones. Whatever negative actions I have performed with body, speech, and also mind, overpowered by desire, aggression, and stupidity, I confess each and every one of them. I rejoice in everyone's merit, the victorious ones of the 10 directions, the bodhisattvas, the pratyeka Buddhas, those in training, those beyond training, and all beings. I request the protectors, the lamps of the worlds of the 10 directions, who, passing through the stages of awakening, attain Buddhahood beyond attachment, to turn the unsurpassable Dharma wheel. I supplicate with my palms joined together, those who intend to demonstrate nirvana, to remain for kalpas as numerous as atoms in the realms, for the welfare and happiness of all beings. I dedicate whatever slight virtue is accumulated through prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, requesting, and supplicating to enlightenment. And to page 14.
Om Baba Jambara Jana Jabala Chandalo Jenya Soda Jojen Jedana Tuzon Yeba Miye Senge Andake Male Dada Tamjela Ludang Naye Dangwe Janji Sangbo Jobe Molan Doda Ke Jawa Tamje Yike Nozondu Kenge Dunye Lera Duba Ye Jawa Kunla Rabda Janzalo Duje Dena Dunye Sangye Na Sangye Seye Una Yobada Ande da juje yena malu bai tamje jawa da ge gawara mo ande da gawai meze janzo na yanje yana janzo da gunje jawa gunje yonde rajo jen jawara yewa tamje da ge do Amedo Damba Juwa Damba Dang Sinye Damba Juwa Dojo Dang Amarme Joda Dubu Damba Ye Jawa Dada Lane Juwa Ye Naza Damba Nanda Jenjo Dang Jemai Pume Rera Nyamba Dang Angoba Jabara Pabe Jogun Ye Jawa Dada Layan Jobara Je Joba Kana Lami Jaje Wa Tada Jawa Tamje Layan Mo Sambo Jola Debe Doda Ge Jawa Kula Janzen Joba Je and Ojai Jedan Demo Wangene Ledang Adan Deshin Yike Yang Deba Dage Jeba Jenjeba Tada Tamje Dage Sosoya Choje Gyarwa Kundan Sanje Se Ranja Namdan Lodan Melodan Andowa Gunje Sonan Gangla Yang Tada Gunje Jesu Daye Rang Gana Choje Jeden Roma Nai Chancho Ramba Sanje Majane Gombo Tada Dake Tamje Lan Kolo Lana Meba Korwai Nyame Dadon Kanye De La Noa Gunai Pijin Deveja
Galpo
Shinge Dunye Shobayan Dage Demo Raja Zowaje Chansa Wadan Chojin Yabadan Jesu Yeran Gushin Zowaye
Gewa Chungse Dage Jezaba Tamje Zope Chanju Jemu. And onward to page 16. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the two vehicles and their combination according to the dispositions and mental capacities of sentient beings.
Samje Namje Sambadang Loye Jedra Jedawa Jejun Tumu Tegwaye Chujen Goro Gordu So Dange Duje Shaje Resandong Shenje Medo Duje Bongjong Serje Lumbo Dawala Jivik Shaje Jarbe Shavla Gujanze Dume Wazra Tuje Jingolo De Madishe Jingo Jedo Tamje Sewa Gunchen Chuje Nyame Du Renchen Gujanze Umi Chuje Yengje Podon De Som Sanje Gunchen Owen Rang Sim Chu Gung O Song Tong Zebe Zawe La Me Shao La Gujanze Kanda Chao Chao Tong Ken Je Den Na Der Ke Long Mara Chorwa Kang Su Do Ten Der Tong Be Chu Chen Chor Me Bo Se Muran Tu Wa Dam Jin Der Ye Namo Ria La Ye Ge Dang Lu Dang De Ji Ge Chong Da Dang Me Ye Ki Nam Ne Do Gun Je Da Ki Je Zang Ba Tam Ji Ge Da Da Ge Chu Den Do. Good morning. Good morning. So, yeah, today a little bit talking about maybe I think Dharma. So Sanskrit is called Dharma. The Tibetan said Chu. So Chu is which means basically kind of or change or fix to something, you know. So which means we ordinarily I think two things, okay. Maybe together is better. So also this we call Buddhism, right? So Buddhism is Sanskrit, or we can say maybe Buddhism or whatever English. But the Tibetan is the Namba. So first we understanding is Namba, right? Namba means kind of inner or looking toward to inside. So we ordinarily we thinking just almost looking outside, right? So whatever look the outside, and then this judgment or this good or bad or whatever. I want this. I don't want this. But in the Buddhism is the look inside. So look at, basically inside means just own mind. So normally we look at to outside mainly, right? So they make a judgment, good, bad, Even though we have own kind of afflict emotions, sometimes we get angry, but still we're looking toward outside. So I look outside, something happened because I get angry. But normally we really not look inside, like always. I think my experience, or I believe, is the Buddhism or non-Buddhism. The difference is, in Buddhism, I said the beginning, Chu, right? So look inside, or Buddhism, Namba, look inside. Not 100%, but mainly is non-Buddhism, or whatever, maybe look mainly outside. So I think that's different, So I said look, also many ways to look inside. So basically first have to look, or you recognize what situation, your own situation. Or have to look at your own or good human beings or not good human beings, right? So very difficult. We can look outside, oh, you're a good person, but we don't know, We can say, yeah, some good, some bad, Some I like, some don't like. Maybe that's normal. But we really don't know they're good or bad. So, not, judge outside instead of inside. So inside is, so first, who I am, first thing. Secondly, what I am doing, And also very important is the motivation. Good motivation, which means, help others, other beings, other person, love to other person, compassion to other person, right? So that's important. But same time, how is thinking myself? So that's really sometimes very difficult because not used to, We are used to thinking all the time outside, Really is just outside. Also this, they say, I think this, the eyes, the eyes can see just this way. Your eyes cannot see inside. Right? So that's reason, maybe one reason, I think. But anyway, so first we look at the inside, and then the Buddha, he said, you first understanding what is difficult, because sometimes they call difficulties or samsara or suffering. So then look inside your own mind, and then, I think this what I have problem, what my situation, what I have the difficulties, So everybody is different, not same. So they said that maybe the 100 people, maybe 100 different issues or different situations. So, but anyway, so individually, really look who I am, what is going on, what is issue. If you find what is issue, what is problem of your own mind. So some may have difficult to worry, or maybe some may have mostly angry, or some may have jealousy, or like whatever I think difficulties I'm talking about, There are good things too, so if you look inside, maybe I'm a good person, may you find, maybe compassionate, maybe they care others. That's a good thing, right, you have. And also not always good things, kind of mix. So good, inside. So you may have, I said, we called the 5 poisons, So 5 poison means anger, hatred, jealousy, attachment. So there if you're able to find, I have those things, or maybe 1 or 2 or most, right, or 3. So if you have those afflicted emotions, then because those are we call poison, So if somebody take the poison, they're not well, may can die. Because similarly, is who have more anger, this cause, they're not well, difficulties. Or may have worry, Then, this not well. So anyway, whatever you able to find, So, so then this is the Buddhism kind of like foundation. So whatever I have this problem or difficulties. And then secondly, we could chew this, I think, Sanskrit Dharma, and the Tibetans chew. So chew, which means, I don't know, change, right? Or fix. Chew is bigger. There's many is the phenomena, but specifically, I think they called or fix or change. So now we can fix. What need to fix? Okay, maybe I have more anger. I have problems with my anger. So then we no need to fix or no need to control. We cannot fix that you angry to someone, right? That person we cannot fix, cannot change. But I can or we can change on anger or on hatreds, on jealousy, or whatever, sometimes I think these days, maybe I think really is the biggest problem is maybe busy, you know, right? Yeah, of course, as I say in the affect emotions, everybody have. Some may be stronger, sometimes less. But my experience, I think, biggest everybody have, I think, busy. So when you're busy, then this mind is, even though you work hard or not, but you feels not relaxed. You feels not happy. So, and also, whatever you work hard or not, but your mentally is too busy. And then I said you really not relaxed at all. Even though physically not that hard work, but you then, so because your mind is very busy, when your mind is busy, then you kind of easy to angry, easy to worry, easy to, what call this, agitation, or, so because you're very busy. So I think busy is, I think the biggest, I think, these days. So in the world, you know, long time ago, not like that. I think everywhere, you know, every country, not these days. So basically, actually, there's problems, but really less the problems, maybe long time ago. So also these days, mainly is the caused by the technology, you know, internet. So yeah, of course, the good things. We can use technology, you can call easy to get, you know, connections, other people, you know. One hand is maybe good, right? But the other hand is really bad, actually. My thinking, I don't know, everybody thinking same or not. So I grew up so that that, you know, time is we know internet, no, we don't have the cell phones, those things. So I take care, you know, sheep in the mountain, you know. So, right, so this I think not really perfect because there's challenges too. I take care of hips and challenges weather, you know, some are too cold, snow, ice, so on. But one hand is just mentally really kind of less distractions. Even though maybe I could go physically walk up to the top of the mountain, you know. But really, mentally is not much working. So there's more energy, the more relaxed. Even though you physically move, but kind of the deep side is kind of joyful, you know, or more relaxed, naturally. So, but these days, you know, so the technology, I said it made good things too, but mainly is the mentally make busy. Okay, so you can see many things, you can hearing many things, good or bad, you know. And then you have to look all the time, you know. So, yeah, this we sometimes we said, okay, maybe I don't know, some people we call Dharma practitioners, they say, oh, I don't have time to practice, I have to go work. Maybe that's true, but also how much spend you that poem, look. So some people maybe 2-3 hours you spend time. So actually reality is you have the time. But more time to you spend to your or poem or internet or whatever this kind of social media, So that's, I say this, maybe I said 100% is bad, but there's, we not get, relax. I think that's as a problem. So so also I say the mental is busy, even though you're physically busy or not. But then, if you're going on mentally very busy, and the deep sense, then you know relax, no joyful, So that's why I think it's really important. Yes, you have to look to acknowledge your poem, so on, but in the or daily or we have life, So good life, which means, okay, you can, I saw that the Buddhism, you see there's kind of many different views, like bigger view, okay, I can achieve enlightenment, next life, or so I can Buddhahood, or so on. Yeah, of course, if you can, pretty good. But really, day to day, short time, if you really have good life, right? Better life. So we ordinarily thinking, oh, better life means or some good money, maybe better life. I don't think so, Or maybe I become famous. Or maybe a good life or not. I really not sure. So some part, yes, they're related, So if you, I think maybe difficult if you're homeless, then better that you have money than homeless, Sure. But same time, if you are rich, maybe you're happy or not. There's no guarantee. But a better life means, so I said before, your beginning, not really outside, make happy. Mainly is you have to happy in the inside. So also, I think it's difficult, right? Mainly we said difficulties or making some problems. So really is problems difficult, just really on mind. If you're able to control your own mind, so control means, do you understand what control means? Controlling your own mind. So which means, yes, of course, how you control, okay? Something situation, you get angry. So that's just kind of maybe no choice, first time. But your second choice is that you control through your anger. You first angry, right? Your second, you controlling to your anger. So you stop anger, I not keep going. Not choose, Ordinarily we do, first just angry and then keep going. Second, first I said no choice. But second, the excuse, why they did this, they are wrong, so that's why I'm angry, or he did that, why he did that, Maybe somebody's fault, I don't know. But mainly it's the own, So these kind of have to stop. So that means you can able to manage your afflictive emotions, or you can, or controlling your afflictive emotions. That is the we call Buddhism, or Namba. So really it's control. So then when you able to, you are controlling your own afflictive emotions, then that moment, then you feel free, basically. So I said one couple of weeks ago too, so I get free is like I said, happy, right? I think. So sometimes we free is the misunderstanding. I don't know, maybe just relative level free or just ultimately free. Maybe we can say that, maybe better. So yes, the relative level, okay, free country, I need to write, human right and all this and that, then, yeah, maybe. But that's a relative level, So title we can't, title freedom, or even though the country, I want to freedom, country fight. But really more suffering, I really sometimes never get the free country, but more problems, But really free means free from your own afflictive emotions. You're able to, this is really difficult too, not easy. Take time, so have to have, I think you are diligently your practice. Otherwise, very difficult to control your afflictive emotion, because we used to, always like, right? What is always? Or get angry, sort of like afflictive emotion. I say like this, the 5 poisons, like one after another, Sometimes maybe no God, okay, sometimes maybe get angry, Maybe anger goes away, then maybe like something going on, okay, I worry, Or maybe worry goes away, and then maybe like up a jealousy, or like kind of like this kind, almost our own life, just kind of all these kind of different. So that's we able to control or able to manage to stop or manage to control is take time. But we will can control it, But through the, meditation, through the practice, through the love and compassion, and also we have to have, right, so then he said, also I said you could totally free from the afflictive emotions. So that's we call realization. You have realization, you're able to control your afflictive emotions. So sometimes the highest realization is we call Mahamudra, right? Mahamudra. So what is Mahamudra? I don't know. Huh? Okay. Right, so so he said, well, I get, so Mahamudra, So I think there really is the, okay, we can say, or Mahamudra, or the realization, or nature of the mind. So actually everybody have the Buddha nature, the quality everybody have, everything. So, but we defend like temporary obscurations, then you cannot see the Mahamudra, or you cannot see the Buddha nature. So, very difficult to show, we can like explanation what it means, Mahamudra, very difficult. But I think if you someone close to realize in the Mahamudra, right? So that person, I think, kind of afflict emotions, not really big deal. Or there's not issues, right? Sort of like basically really nice, I think. You weather nice, not too hot, and then small like kind of drizzle or raining, maybe not really wet, kind of very nice. So that kind of similar, so okay, there is, so I say this like maybe you're really hot weather, sunny, hot, is uncomfortable. Or maybe very cold, is comfortable. Or maybe too raining or storm or hurricane, Those are, we don't want, So this, if we ordinarily kind of we have like that, sometimes very angry, so that means look like really hot, hot weather, uncomfortable. Same way, you're really angry, like kind of you get sweat, you just high up the blood pressure or so on, like maybe worse than hot weather. Or sometimes the worry, just then it's kind of like you cannot do anything, or dark, or look like kind of storm your mind, So this we have on sometimes situation. I said you get more realization or close to the Mahamudra. And then, yes, there is. I said maybe, this little bit sunshine, not too hot, little bit cloudy, not too cold, maybe little bit raining, but really nice. So the mental state is just everything's okay, perfect. So there is some afflict emotions, but this not big deal. I said this sounds not hard, which means maybe you'll get something angry, but angry is just not really strong, like kind of joking, or fun, or maybe it is like dream, Or maybe a little bit your mental state, a little bit maybe, or maybe some worry, or right? But then you let all just look dream. That's not really big deal, So they're kind of like I said this, the Buddha nature is close, or ordinarily we able to say the mental, the state is like stable, kind of joyful, peaceful, like kind of not up and down, up and down. So like our ordinarily is like I said, up and down, So, sometimes not all the time, not sad, not all the time is, angry, not all the time jealousy, but every moment or conditions, up and down, maybe a little bit good, but then this another things going on, or then this other things, come out, or not stable, So, but if you more practice, the more realization, then the mental state is stable and happier. So in order to get there, I said very important is practice. So practice, I think many different practice, but first I think very important, we call preliminary practice, we call whatever this foundation practice is very important. So first we able to understanding karma cause effect. That's very important. So also, and then after that, so this we call or meditation. So also be very important to I think we call two different accumulation merit. So accumulation merit and the wisdom accumulation of merit. So accumulation merit is very important to like help to others, love to others, other people, and like more activities of the Dharma. So these are not only Buddhism, so this first we called 6 parameters, but I think first we called generosity, right? Giving to others. So this is not only Buddhism, like or every religious. That's very important. So I think last week, right, Kembo said, what called this defend is worldly sense and dharmic, right? Defend. Do you remember?
Between worldly concerns and concerns of the Dharma?
Yeah, practice. Or maybe this defend worldly sense or the spiritual path.
One is oriented towards samsara, the other one is towards dharma. So it's like one focus is just on trying to make the world a better place, maybe. Right. And then the other one is dharma oriented for the benefit of self and other.
Right. So this. So that's actually the separation is right. So worldly sense and the dharma is the different is the worldly sense, right, which means we work. So then we're looking for make money, right? So that's a purpose. So or giving something, then we get something. They're expecting, That's just, I think, different in the dharma. So dharma is kind of sincerely giving or working, right? So no expecting, not business involved. Sometimes we're thinking, mainly it's the luck. Yeah, I think this kind of naturally. That's not bad, but naturally thinking, I can do this one, I can make money. Or I start this one, make more money. Or I study this, is maybe I can become famous, right? That's not bad, but always the expecting, Or maybe I can get one day of work. Yeah, I get pay, one day. So I think the dharma sense, or dharmic, or religious, whatever this, the different way. So you help to others, so no expecting, Of course you get result, you get the merit. But worldly sense, like, I can work today, you expecting like paid or hourly or daily, not expecting, right? So then that's kind of like whatever you do is you have to understand this is not like worldly sense. I'm not working for money. I'm not working for names. So these are working for our own merit. So when you have the working, and then
sincerely you benefit others, then you get merit. Actually, really you get the pay. But sometimes we cannot see the physically money, then it's, maybe money. So this actually your merit get is the different opposite in the holy sense. You're not expecting, then you get this merit. So in holy sense, we can expecting, okay, even though we can say, okay, if you work this, you pay me like this, right? But you cannot say, but you can merit, really get, is the you or giving to someone or helping to someone or you care others, that's you sincerely, so then you get merit. So this is, I think, accumulation merit. And the wisdom merit. So first, wisdom merit is actually all you have to understanding or phenomena or kind of empty, right? Empty essence. So the including, like for example, your own affect emotions, for instance, the anger is, if you're not analyze, not investigating, then, or maybe something anger, why angry, or he's angry, right? Looks something there is solid form, but if really not, if you really look, I say, oh man, first I get angry, right? Yeah, so this very strong, I am like uncomfortable, I really kind of angry, or the problems, so my mental state. And then you second, I investigating, okay, so must be something there's solid, so I really need to look in my anger. So then you can look, or I can look, I can look, where's my anger? Maybe must be there something form or shape or color, but I cannot find my own anger, So that's what we call empty. So empty essence, right? So that's actually this kind of very good, I think, if you're understanding, truly your understanding, is then your own problems, your afflicted emotions, they're no essence. It's just temporary, So then, if you don't essence, they're not big deal, right? So when you get angry, not big deal. You just empty essence, or maybe you maybe worry. Just okay. Just you can understanding. Like for example, this really is the. Or maybe someone got a dream, right? Dream. You have dream, and then you have dream is like very very like. Scary dream, or maybe you're falling down in the cliffs, or like somebody killed you, or like really really kind of intense dream. But then just you wake up, then you think, just dream, right? All the fears go automatically. You think, no, it's just dream, It's not real, the dream. So same way, you really understand all the afflicted emotions, nature of the empty. Then, yes, something conditions, of course, you can get angry, maybe you can worry, But then you understand the empty nature. Oh, okay, just empty nature, It is empty nature. Really, sometimes we really confusing, right? Or confused, but sometimes we call the three poisons. One is that we call ignorance. We really don't understand, so that's why kind of too ignorant or too confusing, but not real. So because too ignorant, I said this, we get angry and then just keep going, try to be angry. Or some may have some worry, keep going to make worry. So that's too ignorance, to make it all confusing, But instead of yoga, this is just empty nature, not big deal, So yes, it is not big deal, and also really it's interesting too, Reality is really not big deal, I think, and depends you individually, So I think these days, or maybe in the road, so somebody too fast or cut off you or something, and then just kind of grasp or maybe thinking, oh, why he's doing that, right? But then, a second thought, maybe you not pay attention, that person, gone, empty, nothing. But you want to keep going, why is doing terrible driving? Oh, is this, have their rules, or what is the dangerous, and this, that. Maybe he's not paying attention somewhere, But we thinking, oh, why is doing that? So that is the confusing, make confusing on. Or maybe like ignorance, okay, this and that, yeah, oh. So something interesting that we call the Gamboba said like this, the samsara is confusing. But samsara is not real. Samsara, I think you mean samsara? Actually, samsara means, I think, Sanskrit. But I think this English, I don't know, too strong, but maybe suffering. But if something you have suffering difficult, this confused, but not really suffering. There is no suffering. But in individual like confusing,
Sadness and grief suffering, or is that?
What's that, samsara?
Sadness and grief.
I think suffering, I think. The samsara is Sanskrit, I think.
Sadness and grief, right?
Yes, this, I think samsara kind of, I think, samsara is kind of general, kind of difficulties, sadness or worry or, angry, basically, or comfortable, uncomfortable situation. Then I think they call it samsara. But also we call this, individually have some, or samsara or suffering, or like this world, entire earth, they call some, depends, we can change, but they call samsara realm. So because reason why they're saying is, every being is the affect emotions, that we call 3 poisons, 5 poisons, 10 non-virtues, sort of like whatever it means, when you have anger, when you have worry, when you have jealousy, when you have hatred, and so when you have, so the uncomfortable, I think that's called the samsara, I think. So you have questions?
Did you want to ask the question, or is it question? So the 5 poisons,
I was writing, taking notes. So the 5 poisons were anger, hatred, attachment, ignorance, and what was the 5th one?
Ignorance,
I think I have
jealous.
jealousy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was missing jealousy.
Okay.
Could you speak more of the empty essence you were talking about for wisdom merit?
Right, empty essence.
Yeah.
Right, so this, I think what means phenomena? English?
Just like things.
Huh?
Phenomena is like, it can be an experience, but it can also just mean the things of experience. Like just, yeah, like phenomena is just like things as they arise. It could be forms or feelings, anything that manifests really.
Right, so this
Anything
all,
that appears.
right, so I think we can say all phenomena, empty essence, right? Eh, No, actually, even though like phenomena means, even though like external things, they're empty. So just kind of even though we things or car or airplane or this is actually kind of collected, then we named, but we really the deeper kind of analyze. Maybe you can, okay, we say ordinarily say this car, right? Car. Then maybe you look at the car, probably you cannot find a car. You think? Huh? Right. So that's I think, it's another way we understand. Yes, this kind of this dharma is like empty, and also this interdependence. So interconnected, but there is everything is empty essence. So that's I think the physical thing is they're not really something, or I say even the car, you can take off the pieces. There's you cannot find a car, Also, a car is named, right? Name. They're empty sound. What we think, okay, just somebody named, then we car. But really, we don't know. There's nothing, So that's, I think, a kind of or phenomenon. And also, I said, really important is our, I think, really important practical level, That's, I think, you have to understand is, I say, empty, affect emotions, no essence, and empty. So which means, I said, the angry. We think anger is something there, right? We thinking really there is anger, something, So because this is really disturbing, but you look at your anger, your own, okay, not look at others, So then this we can excuse, oh, he did that, I angry, oh, he's wrong, and this and that, right? Not talking about like that. The talking about your own, okay, get angry, okay, first thing. Then or difficulties, your problems, or sad, or whatever. And then you really look where my anger, inside your mind. I said not look outside. look inside. You should look into, I don't know, into your mind. I don't know what we say, I think. Right, inside, or I don't know this, we call mind is here, brain here. So you really cannot find the anger. I don't think. So that's called empty essence. If you really find the empty essence of your anger, there's no big deal. You not keep going, anger. No excuse. So also, I think it really is that Buddhism is that this is inside. It's very, really profound, really special. So you're able to find your empty, your anger's empty nature, empty essence. Then maybe maybe one day, maybe you're not angry. You can fix your mind. Before you have anger, and your anger change to maybe the love or maybe no anger. So that we can do, so Dharma practice. But otherwise, we angry to other one, right? So you have something enemy. We try to others' mind, others' anger, impossible. Cannot change. So more difficult, okay? So we can say the controlling, oh, you don't angry, Much worse. Right? We can honestly, oh, you're false. You have anger. You must be stop your anger. I think much worse if you say that. Right, so.
Similar to the same kind of answers you're giving, perhaps it would be helpful if you talk about each of the other 5 poisons, same kind of thinking. So like attachment, and then you recognize the empty nature of what you're attached to. Perhaps you could do an example for each type of the 5 poisons. You just did anger.
Right, yes, that's similar, you attach to, so attached to, mainly the attached, maybe, I don't know, so many attached, but mostly we kind of attach to objects, right? So, or somewhere maybe you attach your car. So then you said we not attached to a car, which means you give up car, you're not like that. So this kind of, the mentally, you can use the car. But you have to change you attach to your car. But interesting, right? Just the example, the really is that this attached gives suffering and difficulties. If you have the car, like for instance, maybe new car, right? Then you're really attached. And then, as long as you have to attach to your car, how difficult, how much worry, or maybe this scratch, or somebody, the stealing, or like, or make dirty, or like how much problems. So, or also somebody scratch your car, new car. You really, then kind of all afflicted emotions come out. You get angry, hatred, and the attach, everything come out. So the benefit, you can use car as long as cars work, That's okay. That's not big deal. But you give up your attached. Or, so this beneficial is you, as long as you have the car, no worries. And also maybe somebody scratch or there's damage or there's dented. That's normal, right? All the time. So we cannot stop those things, no matter you have worry. But it happens, if you no attach, you're okay, No suffering. Meantime, you no worries. And something happens, you no worry. So some people are thinking like a misunderstand. Oh, you don't attach this and you don't attach this and that means you cannot use. You just give up. No, you can. Whatever you use, that's okay. Also like cup, I think. A cup is why the purpose we drink tea, or that's we use. That's okay, But sometimes their problem is my cup. This is special cup, so maybe nobody touched this one, and sort of like the extra thinking we do many times. And then that's big problem. That make difficulties. So just use the cup, that's it, leave it along there. Then somebody take, no worries, If really, really attached to the cup, my cup, and somebody broke, and then maybe have to fight, So this they do actually these days. I think many people like, even though sometimes small things, food. Yeah, and the restaurants with some order, how much angry with something to expecting them. And also I think really dangerous too. I think recently, right, this I think 54, like I said, the car, really not big deal, maybe some like cut off or whatever, I don't know. But they fight, they stop, and then poking the knife. Actually, I said, really not big deal. Okay, somebody cut off. Maybe somebody lick up a speeding. What, But the people too much, create, start clinging. So that's the biggest problem, biggest issue actually these days. And also, I said before, problem is the busyness, I think, mind. So this general is I think these days, I think the biggest problem is the mind is busy. So that's why kind of very easy to angry, Yeah, of course, long time ago, probably angry, but I think less. So because mind is too busy, there's no patience. And the small things, what is the kind of agitation or what call this? Yeah, so actually not big deal. I said just really kind of sensitive, quickly. I said one car is love us. Okay. No reason angry. Maybe be more compassionate. Oh, maybe care for him. Just maybe worried accident. But otherwise, why you angry? But they do. They're angry. Then tied to. So I like, for example, I cut, my car cut me, somebody, and I try to speed and make like him. So that's confusing, That's really what called samsara. Making accident both, Actually, right, long time ago, what they said, I think some like nice racing car, 2 cars, they have inside families, children, they did try to racing each other, they did the accident. They killed the both families, probably the 100 miles hour or something more. So that's sometimes we really confusing, really ignorant, So, but sometimes we just habit, habitual tendencies, so but, so that's, I think, in nature, okay. So you have questions?
So the afflictions, let's say anger or whatever it is, it arises, and as you said, there's the empty essence of it. It's not really there, but it still often for most of us feels very real, like it is there.
Right.
So, so it's empty, but it still appears. It's
Right.
both, right?
Right.
So I wonder why is it that it feels so real? Is it just a habit, or is there something more to it than that?
Right, so this really real, right? You think, that depends, I say. So individual, you think that's real. It's real. So if you're able to catch up your mindfulness, the empty essence, it take time, but you realize they're not there, 100%. But I say, of course, you're thinking this belief or something there, Of course there's something there. Much worse, I said, just maybe big things there too, But depends. This little bit take time. I think this is really is these situations affect emotions. One hand is just, I saying this. Not big deal or like easy to understanding. Like one hand is just, I said, just not big deal. Just you stop anger, right? That's it. You're done. But not because there is or previously, karmic and dead or habitual tendencies, can be this life or can be many past life. So there are all kind of things going on too. It's not really simple, I said simple is very easy. Like one is I understand. Mostly Buddhism practitioners, they understand the problem is the afflictive emotions, the 5 poisons. Everybody understands. But same time, still keep going, So not easy to stop, easy to change. So these kind of take time, and also kind of many. Okay, so one hand is like we fight to the afflicted emotions. Okay, there are many ways you can stop the afflicted emotions, or you fight to afflicted emotions, or you transform to afflicted emotions. Kind of many methods, So like, for example, like bigger, like karmic debt, or you have like going on many lifetimes or something like that. So if that situation, then you have to fight to your anger. You have to win. So in order to you can fight your afflicted emotions or anger, like for instance, you have support. Okay, so we fight two enemies, right? You have your armors and weapons and your supporters. Then you can defeat your enemy, right? Otherwise, you just bear food, whatever, just you nothing have weapons, you cannot fight. So situation is a little bit anger stronger. So similarly, is the kind of wrong, we call it the accumulation merit. And like meditation, or like recitation, or like also we have the yidam practice. That means sometimes yidam practice kind of strange, right? I thinking first is, this armor, that armor, these protections, Vajra fence, Vajra tent, this and that. We think, what talking about? Like too many things. They are, why are you saying this again, and again? So like sadhanas, one hand too confusing, right? But one hand is really necessity. So otherwise, our own anger, like kind of really strong, just we can many things we have to do, like recitation, accumulation merit. So, like also the many ways, Yeah, for instance, in the Milarepa, so the Milarepa, he support or whatever, but purifying their karma, so okay, you do construction, this build the tower. So this the ordinary thing does not make sense. What are you doing? Just seems to be this not real house, not really much benefit the Marba himself. Sort of like, but so this Milarepa need those supporters. Even though, okay, he said, Marba said, oh, go, just right now you just meditate. He didn't say, or you can go just in the cave, or you stop your anger, but they're not working. So yeah, some days I say in this many different ways. So you have questions? If you're not, then we can do like 50 minutes meditation. Okay. So also, yeah, of course, the meditation is a very, we're talking about just now, so that kind of, we need the support. So then we have kind of have to strengthen, our own mind. So you have to build up. So basically, it's the mind is like if really strong, strength, and then less the afflicted emotions arise. So also, I think there's sort of Tibetan story. So someone poking you or in the body, like what is spear? Yeah. Then these 80 times, you're poking your body or inside, and they're storing.
What's that last word?
Storing or just
Stirring?
yeah,
Stirring.
yeah, storing 80 times, but still that person is not angry. That's really strong, right? So mind is very strong, so that's true, Buddha just, no matter he harm to Buddha, he's not angry. So even somebody killed him, no angry, So that's why, so it's become mind stronger. So how become stronger? I said this meditation, no thoughts. That is the best kind of battery charger, so the charging the mind. Otherwise, I said they're too weak, because of too busy. The too busy is basically I said this morning. A lot of talking about busy. So busy is really make really weak in the mind. So there's no energy, They're very weak. So they're very easy to get angry, very easy to worry, very easy to sensitive. So that's just, I think, sort of basically it's really weak because of the busy. So.
Okay. In your prayer book, turn to page 24. And we'll say these short dedication prayers. By the virtues collected in the three times, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtue, may I and all beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Drakumpa, Ratnashri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you. Thank you.
You.
Thank you.